What's up, guys? It's James from Adrenaline. Here to talk about a bunch of announcements. So I'm just going to kind of plow through it pretty quick. Won't keep you guys long, but I have a lot to discuss. A lot of things we've been working on the last probably, well, all year, really, of last year. So one of the first things out of the gate is our new website is up. We just put it up a little bit ago. You should have got our prior customer should have got an account invite. It's a whole new platform. So create your account there. I'll talk a little bit about it, some of the new features we're excited about. It's going to make a difference in our customer experience. So we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. I'm going to start from the top of a couple of the biggest things. So in a couple of companies, large manufacturers are struggling in paintball, and we don't wish that on anyone. But we've had a good year, and we feel blessed. And so we decided to grow. And I'm going to try to share my screen, and I'm going to show you a couple of things we've been working on. All right. So first things we've decided to do is to buy a facility not far from where I'm at. If you could see it, this is the Ohio-West Virginia River, and we bought this 2-acre property. Let me get a little closer. And it's important. These are cars. You can see kind of the size of the facility. We've invested a lot in the company this past year. This is an office building. This is a 50 by 40 industrial facility. These are garages. And this is actually a 3-bedroom house. We're joking around and calling it the Adrenaline House. We'll probably just rent that out. If we don't have it rented and you want to come visit Adrenaline and see your gun made, get it delivered like a Ferrari is, maybe we'll put you up. But anyway, the primary drive for this is, we've decided to try to increase, the throughput, decrease the time that it takes to make an adrenaline marker. Had obviously lots of customers that have been upset, rightfully so. For their adrenaline luxes, the shockers took over a year. The impulses, the longest to date, they took almost 2 years. So we've had we're used to this, but now that we're getting larger, people aren't used to it, and so we're trying to see what can we do to eliminate the bottlenecks. I just got a gun in and we'll get it out Monday. Usually we get it out, on our end really quick. So one of the most important things we've decided to do, besides just have the facility, is bring absolutely everything in-house. So in this building and these structures, 99% of adrenaline guns in the future will be done here. What that means is we've decided to open up our own anodizing facility. Many of you know that I've been traveling to help Blizzard out, and I've been going up there quite a bit. I posted on it, and in reality too, he's also been training me as his Pad 1 learner for a long time, and we are investing heavily in this whole half of the building. Is basically a state-of-the-art anodizing facility. We are not going to be doing third-party jobs, which is really the delay. The delay is not the anodizers sitting around playing golf. It is, we are a very small part of their element of their company. They got these retail jobs that are worth way more than what we pay because we do it in bulk, and it's just overwhelming. And so we rightfully so have to wait our turn in line. So we said, hey, let's just do it ourselves. So where we get an order on Tuesday, we can start on Friday and run it, and so that's what we've done. That's what we've decided to do. Now, people say, can you just, dive right in and do anodizing? Well, we've actually already been doing some of the guns at his facility. I wanted to show. So one of the trips I was up in New York, we did these 2 nebulas. One of these nebulas was done from start to finish by me, and one of them was start to finish by Rob. And it's and these are the 2 that we just shipped not too long ago. So I did the top one, and Rob did the bottom one. So this one went to Jesse Williams. So Jesse Williams, you have this is the first gun I ever did. So don't forget that you got the first adrenaline anno job of all time. But anyway, as you can see, it's comparable quality, and you know how we do stuff. So if we're going to do something, we're going to do it right. And we have taken it extremely serious. Our facilities are state of the art, some of the best that you're going to find, not just in paintball, but in anodizing, things we're doing. We're filtering our water, which a lot of people aren't doing. I mean, we're doing some serious stuff, and I'm excited about it. And it's just for us, and it's for our guns and our customers, and not, we're not taking third-party jobs. That'll keep us light. And, it's not, we don't want to recreate the same bottlenecks that we have now. I think it'll be a drastic change for time frame for deliverability for us going forward. Two other things we've done in that building is, let me see if I can show you kind of what's going on, and we'll do a tour when I get done. We're so particular, I want to have it perfect before I really kind of show it off. But in the center area, one of the things we've acquired is a $20,000 printer machine that basically we're making certain things for it that I'll talk about in a minute. But it also gives us the ability to make a lot of our own apparel. We're still, some of our dye sub stuff will still be done by Under, but we were able to make one-off shirts. You want a shirt, a hat, hoodie, whatever to match your gun, we can do it immediately. Crazy decals, it's a $20,000 system. But the most important thing we bought, and we're one of the few people that's probably going to be able to pull this off, is a $50,000 printer that we've worked with the company and to try to really innovate in the sport, is to print our own anodizing. And by that, I don't mean like what you're seeing with the dye sub stuff that you saw at World Cup and things like that, which looks amazing. But I'm talking about full color process printed anodizing in conjunction with a full color, full custom design. And it sounds confusing, but just know that now we can basically print your side of your face on the side of the gun or whatever we want, around the body, around the barrel, and there's no limitations on color. I'll try to, let's do this. Let's go back to me, and then I want to show you. So this is a piece of 6063 aluminum, just a big thick piece I bought on eBay, and we printed our logo on this side and a skull on this side, as you can see it. White, for instance. Anybody ever want white on a gun? That is the white in our skull. Once we did this, before we spent 50 grand on the process, I tested it. I dumped it in bleach, all kinds of chemicals, tried to scratch it, and it just sat in bleach for a while, which is a good test, needless to say, for anodizing, and it held up great. So we're excited about that. It's we're going to be playing with some really cool stuff. We've already started playing with it. It's a big deal to have that. In fact, they said to do this, you need to have the printer. You need to be able to have anodized aluminum that's not dyed. So freshly anodized aluminum, you got to print it quickly, and then you have to do whatever dye anodizing you're doing, and then you have to seal it. So really, you have to have the printer, and you have to have an anodizing facility to be able to do this, and you have to have the expertise, which we've developed tinkering around with it, and we're excited. It's going to be it's going to change the way at least we're doing guns. I think it's you're going to see once we start doing a couple guns, that's going to make a big difference. That printer is hot off the line. The other one we got about a week and a half ago. We're investing a lot in this facility, a lot in paintball. I'm talking like 2-acre complex. You can imagine, big bucks, and it's important for us going forward. So let's talk about some other stuff. Let's go back. I'm going to screen share again. Let's talk about some parts we're coming out with, some stuff. So you can probably see on my desktop here, the adrenaline regs are coming very soon. They're about done. So here you can see this is titanium that we, everywhere we could do, we did titanium, which is astronomically increased in price in the last year. It's like lumber, 2x4, plywood. If you've heard anybody joke around about those things, trust me, titanium is worse. But we stuck to our guns, and that's what we used. It's the first ever, of course, Reg full milling design, front and back. The first generation, they were a two-piece design that we tried to line up. So then we changed it, and now we machine it basically together, and we can only do like maybe 2 an hour. It's stupid slow, but it gets a perfectly lined up pattern. This is the standard size. We do have a long body in development, so the long body will be coming out real soon. This one shows our gauge. It's full glass. It's not plastic. It's a radical design. Obviously, it's not just the machining with our pattern on it, but performance, as you can imagine, what we would do with adrenaline. Everywhere we could increase the performance, we did. And we're still kind of tinkering around with some stuff on the inside that I can't really talk about yet, but we expect to be able to talk about soon, which is it makes an amazing reg even better. Pricing on these, we're not 100% set in stone. For instance, this cartridge, if you bought a titanium cartridge from Powerhouse, is $65. So their new pricing on their regs, which everybody's raised their price recently, is $175. So if you just add those two pieces together, you're talking $240. So we were in a difficult situation of, we had thousands and thousands of dollars in CAD and R&D getting this thing done to recoup our investment. But we also want to get them out in your hands. And, we've always said that we're not about making money, but just doing things our way. But now I have a big complex, so I need to make a few bucks. But in any event, we think we're going to do the standard reg in US anodizing, which probably Outlaw is going to do our dust black. So a lot of times these regs are machined and sent off to be black, just like this. Ours are going to be actually polished or dusted by Outlaw first in a one-piece design. The crazy thing is, this reg only goes together and matches up with this reg. So I can't send them 70 backs and 70 fronts. So your front will only match your back. So it's a pain to even anodize because they have to basically do each one at a time so that it's perfectly aligned. So anyway, I think the dust blacks and standard collars and dusts are going to be $249.99. The long bodies, we're thinking $264.99. But the most people, besides the people that have our quick ships or non-adrenaline customers, will buy that probably. But the other people will buy matching patterns. And to the extent possible, we'll be doing matching patterns for $284.99 standard and $299.99 long body. And what that means is Carnage, Grizzly, whatever, Regiment, whatever the pattern would be, we would match it as best we can. Now, obviously, if your gun was done a long time ago, then there's a chance that basically we can't get it exactly matched. But because it's, we're going to send them off to the place that did it. So if it's a full send, then I'll probably have Blizzard do it. So it should be a solid match, especially being so far away from the gun itself. Those do not include caustic jobs. I haven't talked to him. He's usually more expensive. So I'll have to chat with him a little bit and confirm if there's an upcharge to, a Baba Yaga or a Thanos or something like that. These are in the mix now. We're about to post these up and start taking orders, and Dust Black will hit first, and then your customs, if you want them. The availability will be kind of limited, so it may be hard to grab some. We're doing 200 regular and 100 long body. I don't know if we're going to run more. We may, but I think those will sell out quick, and I'm going to talk more about that in a sec. So let's talk about the new site and some of the things we've done. Let's bring it up here. So I'll just go to the home page here. So I don't have a ton of time to be on text, customer support nonstop, because I'm doing things like, working with, printing, anodizing and crap like that. So we have brought on additional staff. In the past, people on the forums have said, hey, if you ever want to volunteer to help out, I'll help out. So we built a new site and some of these new features. I said, hey, I actually need some people to help. Are you willing? And some people did. So we're going to have people that are kind of manning your questions, and they've been given ammunition to give you answers. But most of our items are completely automated now. So I'm just going to kind of scan through it real quick. but feel free to browse later. But it's the site itself is super advanced. It's if it's not the most advanced site in paintball, I'd be shocked. We started in March. We do this like we do everything else. Stupid, probably 1,000 hours in it. Most of our site has features plugged in by developers that I hired in India or in other places to kind of contribute. And it's overwhelmingly powerful especially for just this sport. But some of the things I want to talk about. Oh, also I'll say, we have, not only do we now have our main site, we have a ton of international sites in foreign languages and custom currencies. So I brought up, like, you probably can't see it on your screen, but this is it's fr.adrenaline.shop. It's our France site. It also pops up automatically if you're a French-speaking country located in a euro denomination, if that makes any sense. It's not like FedEx or UPS where you got to pick. It basically, redirects you where you should be. We have web pushes now. Like, if you've been to our site before waiting on to debut and you said no on the web push, you may want to go back, which is up here at the lock, and you can click the lock and change your choice, because the web pushes are pretty cool. It basically will tell you when your order is shipped. Even if you're on ESPN.com, it'll tell you if there's a price drop in a product you're subscribed to. I can't show you the pop-up, but it didn't show, but because I'm doing a different screen share. But anyway, that's how you can reset that. It's new restocks, for instance. If you're wanting to get a F-16 bolt, you can subscribe to that, and it'll tell you right away. I'll also say, we basically, if you're on the U.S. site and you're from Malaysia, for instance, our site has been completely translated to Malay. This is all in Malay if you can see my screen. But if you're in the U.S. and you speak Malay, you don't have to go to our Malaysian site. You can just do what I did and just change the language. But one of the couple things I want to talk about, one of our new products that we're coming out with, and we have a lot, I'm going to just try to fly them even faster, is our Premier subscriptions. So feel free to, look later after we get off this. It talks a lot about what you get in the subscription. It's a quarterly box from Adrenaline that's loaded up with stuff. There's lots of different pricing plans, but you also get a ton of benefits that are on here. One of those is short-term early access to products. So like the regs will probably offer those, like maybe like a day to the Premier subscribers first. But the price itself is really for what you're getting in the box. For instance, all of them get free shipping insurance. And you get a gun, that's $20 a year. These are that you can pay annually and save 10%. They're loaded up with what you get. And if you have questions, there's a really detailed FAQ here, plow through it. On to bonus balls. We've completely revamped that program. It's night and day. This shows my balance. I only have 5, but it's a new system. It's all the same tiers. Everyone's points and accounts have been brought over, but you have easier ways to earn now, much easier ways to spend. You can pick your own coupon. I had 6,900 bonus balls. I tested it and redeemed a coupon for $69. This has the activity I've ever done. In fact, there's my 6,900 bonus balls I redeemed a couple days ago. And then we have a new referral program. You can refer a friend and make $10. But just try, look through all the site. You'll see there's tons of new things. I'm not going to waste time going through all of it. There's some Easter eggs, like even on the company page. If you go back, we've added a history of videos of our first gun, which is this video, is LED. This is the LCD. This is the Adrenaline Impulse. This is the Shocker, and this is Adrenaline Lux video. And this actually, the primary video, is an interview we did years ago with Trevor about the history of the company. It's just interesting. On to support, and then I'll start talking about new products. Our support system is radical. It's expensive. We aren't around to answer you enough, so I basically paid a whole lot of money to have a whole lot of automated support. And in addition to the live chat system that is manned with these volunteers and myself and my partners, you can also completely do a lot of things 24/7 yourself. You can track an order, cancel an order, change your address, report an issue, start an RMA. Our return system, when you use our return system, it automatically knows your order, what you have, what items are returnable. If you have insurance, it's not going to let you return that, but it's going to say, oh, you have a gun. Is it what's going on? It lists the reasons. One of them is like, even my wife found out. And you can set up for an RMA, or it will help you get it to either us or to DLX or wherever it belongs. We have a new support email, support@adrenaline.shop, that creates a trouble ticket. Toll-free phone is active now. Thanks to Brandon Unger. Shout out to him. He did our voice for the phone tree. One of the crazy things is, our system was expensive, and I keep saying it's advanced. It's crazy advanced. But if you're a regular customer, you call in, you have, all these options for support. It creates a ticket for you right away. So if you've bought Adrenaline Lux and a bolt kit from it, it knows that. It brings up our history right when you're calling in, just like the big boys, as long as you're calling from your primary number. But if you're a Flaming Skull member, crazy enough, it detects that, and you have your own phone tree, which is very similar, but it has an option like press 6, I think, and it can go straight to my cell phone, actually, is what it does. There's not many of you, and hopefully you don't do it at 2 a.m, but it's just a little kind of a fast way to get somebody live a little quicker if you need. But honestly, the regular support system creates a trouble ticket immediately, and it gets flagged, and it gets everybody keeps getting pinged until we resolve it. Our FAQ is just extremely blown up with stuff from regular, order questions. Each one of these goes to an in-depth, separate document, has all kinds of information. But we also have them on Lux and Shocker. If you go to the Adrenaline Lux, it's all the common questions that we get. About the ASA issue, or why is there a leak around my valve? Well, this one, look for these 2 O-rings. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you get the idea. So a lot of it's self-help. There's like I said, the live chat as well, plus the phone, and then the email, just traditional email, which will create a trouble ticket. I recommend, maybe I'm not going to go through much more of it, but on the home page, if you just click this top little thing, most advanced platform paintball, it's going to go through everything that we've done on the site and all the craziness that we have built in. It's pretty radical, all the stuff you get. The one thing I will show you that I am kind of proud of, so on our Premier subscriptions, you're going to get a hoodie or a shirt or a hat or whatever once a quarter, and maybe other stuff as well. Just depends on the value of each item. Our account now is super detailed. So this is our account system. I can manage my subscription. This says manage subscription. I can, if I'm hard up on money, I can pause the shipment and it'll delay the charge and the box. It has a lot of other things. But on my account, I don't know if you can see it on the screen, but this is my information. It's got my t-shirt size, hoodie size, hat size, my guns I own, my serial numbers, serial 10 on the Lux, Baba Yaga is my pattern. Here's a picture of my gun you can upload yourself. Here's my Shocker, also number 10. Here's a picture I uploaded. So when we go to make your box, we say, okay, he's got serial number 44. It's a Carnage. That's red. We're shipping a gun stand this quarter. Let's send him the red one. So it's important. Also, if I go to, there's additional information that we have that's not displayed here. Maybe I can go to edit account, but it'll, all this information it asks, but included is, like, for instance, do you consent to getting alcohol-related glassware? Maybe you're a recovering alcoholic. You don't want to get a shot glass, but are you a golfer? Well, one of our printers now, we're able to print custom golf balls. It's the same company that manufactures the printer that makes Titleist custom printed golf balls. So if you golf, maybe 1 month you'll get a dozen Adrenaline golf balls. But basically, we ask this information so that you're not just getting random shit in the mail. You're getting stuff that fits you. Is the kind of the most important part of it. Let's go back to my account. I'll show you one more important thing. This is a cool thing. So if I go to, I can download my invoice. That's, a lot of people have that. No big deal there. Just showing a feature. But if I go to updates and tracking on this order, this is the order I did. Our tracking page is radical. It has every step along the way, the dates it did it, the carrier. If it's traveling, it'll show you where it is in the U.S. If it's delivered, this one, I actually used someone else's tracking number. It says this mech frame was delivered in Folsom, California. But what I want to show you is this bar up here. I hope you can see it at home. It says ordered, pre-order weight, anodizing, assembly, order ready, in transit, out for delivery, and delivered. If you can see the icons, I don't know if you can, you have a little hourglass, a little anodizing spray and assembly. So now if you create an account with Adrenaline, you should have got a welcome email to create your password. I didn't have access to those, so I had to, you have to basically recreate your account with your password, but it's already ready. You just have to enter a password. You'll see where your Adrenaline Lux is at. If it's in anodizing, it'll say it, and it'll say the dates that it was there. And instead of this being all lit up, so let's go to, this is the Lifesaver gun that's here now. I used it in a video earlier today. It's the only one I have ready, and it'll probably go out on Monday. It actually has one more thing to be done to it. But you can see he's gone through the dates: pre-order weight, anodizing, assembly on December 27th. That was DLX, and then order ready January 6th. So the number one question we get obviously is, what's the status? Where is it at? So there's a ton of guns at DLX right now. So if it's there, it'll say assembly, and it'll tell you the date it's there. If it's an Outlaw being anodized, it'll say it's anodized and the date. And so that's the date it went on the active list. So not the wait list, but the active list, September 30th. Other people may say wait list, and you're on the wait list, not the active list. If you have more questions, just hit up support and we'll try to explain it more. But this is real time. So if it updates, it'll change. When it ships, you'll get a push notification. So it's pretty in depth, and you can get that on the chat window too when you click on your your order status over here. I was going wrong, but it knows my orders. I click track an order. Here's my order. Like I said, it says I got shipping insurance, and I can track it if I want. And it'll go to the page I just showed you. So it's not just a regular chat window. It's self-help 24/7. Let's talk about some other little random products we're making to help fill up the Premier subscriptions. So one of them is Adrenaline Pod that we're in production with. It's a big project. We've had to make about 30,000 pods. This is one that some things we're just doing like, hey, we'll make an Adrenaline version of that and make it as good as we can. The pod is something we're proud of, and that's something we think is, in our opinion, going to be the best pod. That one is not ready yet. It's in production. And again, I've got a container basically that who knows when they're going to be unloading those things, but it'll be a while, but it'd be a 2022 project for sure. Excited to get those in. Some small things that are not groundbreaking, but that we make on ourselves now that we'll, be selling on our site, obviously. And if you're a subscriber, maybe get in. We have some swabs that we made just in our normal collars. Let's see. Let me get out of the screen share. So we got you can see we got a little Adrenaline logo and collar. This is a single end. It's not wood. It's just a foldable plastic, high quality. Here's a double end, same thing. It's Adrenaline swabs, what we're calling it. Did the same thing in our gray. Those are kind of our colors, blue and gray, as you can see behind me. We have just a standard microfiber that we're doing. Nothing special on that, but it is a 300 count, which is high. And then we have our polishing microfiber. This is for the guns. It's a 500 or 600 count microfiber. It feels like something you do on a car. Can't really do the logo because I'm upside down, but you get the idea. Anyway, also coming out very soon, we're about to do our own polish. We got, it's actually not protectant. It only for car shows. It basically just makes the guns look good under the lights. And we've started to get that to put on guns. And now we're making it in small bottles, and we're going to ship it if you want to get it, because you have to get it by the gallon. It's super expensive. It does like 200 cars. It's way more than a person needs. So we're repackaging it in like 2-ounce bottles. But it's basically makes it like a mirror. We also have, we jokingly call it the Gentleman. It's kind of an inside joke on our team, but it's a little small pocket size microfiber. It is sunglass like wipe on this side, and then microfiber on this side. So I don't know, it's like a dual finish. We have, what else? We have, for the reg that's coming out, we have a reg case, we have a tank case. These are our molds, not like, not repackaging somebody else's. We have a filled nipple cover in aluminum and a thread protector for the reg. These are important because going forward, not this gun, but the next Adrenaline gun, which, probably 2023, you'll be able to order and say, I want this pattern, I want Galaxy, I want a matching ACP tip, I'll take a matching reg, I'll take a matching fill nipple cover and a matching reg cover. So your fill nipple, I mean, I'll be doing it. So you just tell me what you want, and all these aluminum parts that we have, I can make it match, is right off in the same batch. So it's not like, oh, hopefully it matches. And so we'll stock all these items, and if you want to get some extra matching items, we'll have it. We're coming out with some other small stuff, some goggle cleaner that we're excited about. We've been messing with, and it's pretty good. All the the swag, so to speak. You've seen probably the gun stands that we posted. We're doing another style gun stand, kind of like what we've done in the past with our new machines. Shirts, hats, hoodies, and all that. Those will be able to be one off. If you want a Carnage Lux serial number 411 hoodie, we can do that. And you'll see on our site, we have part of the bonus ball program is you get, the Premier subscription, you get some free lasering, but we're offering some lasering services. There's an upload procedure there. I'll show you too. Let me add, one of the cool things, so let's go, we've changed radically the way our site works. So if you're buying a gun, which you can't right now, obviously, just the way we do it, the way it's done before, it was kind of, not nice. Now, when you want to add some artwork, it'll choose a picture from your computer. You can upload up to 3 of them. It edits on the screen. Now that's too big. I chose a big file, but let's see, that's 9 meg. Let me find a smaller file and show you an example. Here we go. So not only can you, this is on the Adrenaline site, so you can actually edit your pictures, label them, say, change this color to green, change this color to red, click upload. It adds it to your order. You can add up to 3. When you go to check out, these images are in your shopping cart. It's just, again, it's super advanced, and it makes it easy for you. You don't have to have Photoshop to tell us exactly what you want. We've allowed you to do it online and live on screen. Again, this obviously will apply mostly to, our next generation gun, which our goal is to ship the last of the Adrenaline Luxes in March, and then immediately start R&D on next generation, which, as we've said before, takes us, maybe a year. So I've got some exciting news. Let's talk about it on the website. So on Saturday, let's just do a search. On Saturday, I've been holding back some frames, some bolts, some guns. On Saturday, our batch that we've been holding back of the F-16 WS2 kits release. So if you go to the site, you'll see it's 1 day, 20 hours, 21 minutes, 49 seconds. I want to say we have about 30 kits of these left. At that time, they'll all go live. Good luck. It's a free-for-all. If you're still watching this long, I'll give you a tip, and that is go ahead and create your account ahead of time, so that when you go to check out, you'll check out faster. And because I do think these will go in just a few seconds. I've had probably 200 emails asking for one, and again, I think we have about 30 to put up. That'll happen on Saturday. Also, what will happen Saturday? Let's go. These are our categories. Let's go to the kits, the Met kits for the Lux. We've been out of those for a long time. I think I have about 20 of those. Those are going to go live on Saturday as well, I think about the same time. I'll have that posted soon with the countdown timer, and I think I have about 20 of those. Okay, so this is exciting. I know some of you watching, whether you're wanting to make a profit or you're just an Adrenaline fan, is that we have, I've held back, let's see, maybe almost 10 guns from anytime someone canceled. I can't wait any longer. I want to cancel my order. Fine, no problem. Here's your money. And then I held those back. And so on the last list that I sent to Outlaw, which is his last list, I basically said, hey, just do these last 10. Here's what I want to do them. Caustic had one extra, and I did his in a war hardened. So these guns are going to go live on the site on Sunday. So I'll give you the list. I'll post it up. But for instance, there's a Galaxy. Okay, so here's the countdown for the Galaxy: 2 days, 18 hours, 20 minutes. I'll post the list up, but I'll just tell you right now what they are. It is Galaxy and Polished, what you're looking at here, Carnage and Dust, a Regiment, which is a signature series. If you're not familiar with that, it's one of my favorites. It's a dual finish, kind of a camo one. It's my partner's the Chad Fuller one. This is it. It goes dust black with polished black splash to a polished camo wash back to dust black with a polished black splash. Of course, the one we have for sale in 2 days and 18 hours will not have the gold back cap. We have a regular Stunna. Someone canceled one of those, and I just left it on the list to be made. Then we had another one that canceled. It was a different product, and I made it into a Stunna, but I changed the splash on it to gold splash. So it's like a Stunna, but in kind of all the splash on it is 24 karat gold, not real like our caps, but 24 karat gold polish. We have a Hellfire, which is an amazing 2-color or a dual finish. If you're not familiar with it, that's coming. It's also one of my favorites. This is it in a shocker, but you get the idea. It is a same kind of like the Regiment, basically. It's a dual finish. We'll have one of these available, and then we'll have a full Arctic, which is another two dual pattern 3D finish. We'll have a foil. We actually have 2 foils, and that is one we've not done before. I call that the Outlaw Prism wannabe. So Outlaw tried to make a prism with anodizing. He jokes that it, you can touch it without fingerprints. It doesn't chip. You can use it, without fear. But it looks really good. It's the closest I've seen to a prism that isn't, a prism in a plating. It's actually just raw. It's just anodizing. He calls it foil. You can look it up on Outlaw. They've done it, I think, on a twister or something. I requested. I was really impressed. So I requested 2 of those. It's going to be a little more. It's on the site already. It's a little more money because it's an upcharge. And same thing with the War Hardened, where it's a caustic job. It's extra as well. So those all go live. They have the timer active when, basically when the timer runs out. Just to recap that, I will post what those are. And the bolts and the frames are Saturday and the guns are Sunday. Also, we're going to be selling, let me just dump this again. Nothing crazy exciting, but, some of our OG fans may like it. We have, we moved buildings. We found, I think I talked about this once before, an old Adrenaline Impulse, never sold. I don't know it was on top of our one of our like little storage buildings inside our old place. So I don't know the price on it. We're not trying to, get rich on it, but it's a polished black to red fade. It is missing the barrel, but other than that, it's never had an owner. It's brand new out of the box. It's serial number 504. I don't know what we'll put on this, probably like maybe $800, something like that. Maybe I'll talk to some of the impulse collectors, but it's, again, never been shot, brand new. So it does not have a impulse warranty, but it will be new from us. That one will probably be up, I would say, pretty soon. And then I'll just show a couple more last things I wanted to show. So if you go to the bottom, we have our teams and athletes. On this page, it talks about, the various teams we have. Each one has their own page. We've added events. So for instance, you go to the Adrenaline page. Not only does it's, thanks to our sponsors listed here. It's got a video documentary built in, but it has all our events, and we've done this for each of our teams. And then on each team, it actually has any signature series related to that team. But the reason I brought this up is I want to, announce that we're again sponsoring Saddle Thunder for 2022. I'm excited to see, how they do with the new roster, which is actually just changed as of yesterday, with the Brooklyn Bears merger. But that's exciting news. But anyway, check it out. I'll have to confirm with Corey their dates now that things have changed. I put this up before on their events. This is Corey's gun. But anyway, welcome to those guys. We're excited to be supporting them again next year and looking forward to seeing how those guys do in 2022. And of course, Ground Zero Gold, one of really our only other mechanical team that we sponsor besides players. We're excited to be renewing, our deal with them. And this is their page. And obviously Julian and Will's gun, which they're awesome. And then the last thing, if you're not familiar with our signature series, you can go down and see our athletes. We have, on this page, and then each one, obviously you can go to their signature series and check it out. Tons of videos, tons of FAQs, tons of information, honestly, so that you guys can help yourself. I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but we put a lot of money into it so that technology can help answer your questions if I'm not available. And really, you don't care who answers as long as it gets answered, I assume. Nothing to do with Russian Legion. I just happen to be wearing the jersey. So nothing with that announcement, but I do love my 06, I think it's 06 or 05 Legion jersey. Anyway, I'll let you play through it. Definitely check it out. There's lots of videos I've added. How do you set up the timer? How do you set up, the mechanical frame? We've added all kinds of stuff on the blog with instructional videos. It's all here. Look for the regs on the site very soon. Again, we're probably going to offer that like a day early or two to the our site has the ability to lock certain sections, so I can have wholesale pages locked, but I can also have products locked to certain members. It's pretty advanced. I can just say the premier subscribers can access this site, this section, and maybe give them a day or something like that. Really, we're breaking even on the products we're shipping and all the services we're adding, the free insurance and all the lasering and all the other features you get with that. We're losing on, but we're just trying to basically have some recurring revenue whenever we don't make a gun, for a year and a half over R&D in a new gun. And that's another reason we're coming out with new products, and they're in it, like the pod, and I showed earlier our gun stand. All this new equipment we have, the machinery and things is allowing us to make a lot of cool things. It won't show, but I posted a video about these earlier today. But these are just for display. But it's just one item that now we can make a ton of stuff, and we are going to. So, needless to say. We've invested a lot with the new facility. Once I have everything done, I'll do a video tour of the building. It's pretty cool. If you want to come down, check it out sometime. Don't just show up. We're not even fully moved in yet, but let us know, and maybe we'll arrange a time to come in and check out the facility. We're excited about it, to say the least. And the main reason is to speed up the process. Again, I could literally sell 5 guns on a Wednesday and have them in seal for anodizing, the next Wednesday, which is the number one complaint about adrenaline. So I just said, hey, let's spend, a lot of money and to fix that. And that's what we've done. So some of you that have been waiting a long time, it doesn't necessarily fix your problem. We are cranking these out. Everybody, all of our anodizers are really cranking them out. I do plan on going back for additional training and to help Rob. Well, look, good thing is I'm training on your guns. So we're doing these as fast as we can. And so when I do a Mad Max, for instance, then I learn, okay, that's how you do a Mad Max. So it's cool that we're helping get your guns out faster because we're doing just our work when I'm there. And I'm learning myself, okay, the next time I need to do a Mad Max, I'll do it myself. So anyway, I'll post up soon the pricing on some of these things. I have, thousands of swabs and stuff. These are real products now. Some of these new things I'll be putting on the site. They're not there yet. I've just been doing so much of the backbone stuff, the things that makes the site work when you want an RMA and it just pops up automatically and recognizes you. So now everything's working. The chat's working. The order status is working. Everything should be accurate. But I will say if you're in another country and our translations are off in Malay or Russian, for instance, we have a Russian site, let us know. We'll fix it. I don't know anything about that. We contracted that out, but it could be wrong. So anyway, that pretty much covers it. It's a lot to cover. There'll be a lot of cool things that we're going to make from some of these equipment. Like I said, we can make, for instance, on the account, it says, what kind of phone do you have? An iPhone, Galaxy, or whatever. Well, our machine can make an Adrenaline iPhone case with your serial number on it. That might be a Premier subscription type thing you would get in the mail. That's why it's on your account. So pretty cool stuff. We're excited about it. We've invested a lot of money, as you could probably guess. Our anodizing facility is very well done, just the way Adrenaline would do it. The site, we can't do anything. I was telling someone at DLX the other day, we just have trouble doing anything normal. We spent 8 months on the site. I just can't just do a quick Wix site, but in the end, it is what we wanted out of it. And I think once you really play with it, you'll see all the changes, especially as you go through products. For instance, one last thing I'll show that's, neat is like, if you go on a product, so the number one thing we get is when you're going to get this back in stock. So it doesn't matter, what it is. If it's something that's out of stock or new a lot of these are not on pre-order yet, but you'll see we have a new pre-order system that's has more communication with it and better estimated date times. It's a neat system. But if you go to any product that's not in stock, especially one that's going to be on a countdown, for instance, any of these guns like the Galaxy, if you're still watching, here's another tip. Click the notify when available. It will give you the option to be notified when it's restocked. So the second it gets restocked, which is going to be around that countdown time, you can get an email, you can get a text, you can get a push notification, which is the thing I said before. It even, if you can see it, it shows my little icon for Facebook, and you can get it in Facebook Messenger. You can get them multiple ways. So you can get a Facebook message, hey, Adrenaline is restocked, a Carnage Lux or the mechanical frames, anything you want. You can also subscribe if you're on one of these sites to something that's in stock. Let's shocker mid-rise. It will give the option, this little bell down here. You probably can't see it, but it's right here. And it'll basically say, notify me of a push if the price ever drops. And if it ever does, you'll get a notification, hey, they dropped at $3. Little things like that, it's something you may not notice, but, we've put a lot of effort into it and tied it all in with our Facebook Messenger and all that. Our wish list system is very robust. It has, it saves your specs of the size, or if you want a snapback hat versus a fitted, it saves that. You can share it to friends and family at Christmas time. So all in all, we're pretty excited about, all the different things. I'll let you play around with that. I will post the guns that we're going to have this weekend. I'll post about the regs. They have none have been anodized yet. It's a new thing. But I'll keep you guys updated on that, and it'll be about time to start taking orders. Hey, how many wants a Grizzly, for instance, and do you want it long or do you want it short? And then we'll start taking those orders soon because it's about time to do those. But right now their focus is on the guns and getting the guns out. And then all the other little things I mentioned, the polish and all the cases, the red cases and stuff like that. I'll put more up later. We don't have anything to show on those right now, but same thing with the pod and other things. But the point is, we're working hard. We're not just throwing our name. We're not just saying, hey, take this company's product, make it again and throw our name on it. We're trying to, the microfibers aren't groundbreaking, but we did do it our way and have super high microfiber count, double what you would find like on an Amazon microfiber on just our regular one, which is basically how soft it is. But lots of new products that we put a lot of time and effort into. We're excited about it. The big thing is, of course, we're going to be doing everything in-house going forward, our own grips, our own ID cards, our own anodizing. The only thing we'll be doing is some assembly at DLX. So probably the next gun will be able to be radically offered different in that I don't have to do 25 of every quick ship, 25 black with red, 25 purple with silver. I could easily do 4 teal, 2 orange at a cheaper rate. It doesn't have to be 25. So it's hard to appreciate all the different things. Of course, this is a big deal. We're excited. I could literally have, team collars. I could do one in all white if you wanted, which is, no one's really been able to really have a good solid white before. So we're excited about that. Lots of stuff. That's future stuff, but I just wanted to bring everybody up to date on what's going on. We do have about 15 to 20 guns that are going to be coming in next week. I just finished this just in time. So we'll be hopefully cranking those out. You'll find out for yourself by going to your order status, and you'll see if it's in assembly. It's one of those. If it's not in assembly, then it's not. It's in anodizing. So that's the nice thing about what we've done on the site. But if you want to talk to a person, then you can hit the chat window or call us up. If you're a Flaming Skull, don't just dial straight to James's cell to test it out. But feel free to call in and then hang up if you don't believe that it'll recognize you. Other than that, that's about it. Again, good luck to the teams and players, athletes that we'll be sponsoring this year. We'll be hooking them up with some cool stuff. Some of these products you'll be seeing on the field. I'll be making some posts about some of the pricing and product availability, but the guns and the grip frames and the the bolts are already up with a countdown timer, and when those go live, it's just kind of a free for all. No one will be able to buy more than one gun for profit. You'll be lucky to get one. So it's like Nike. I would say this: it's not who adds to the cart first; it's who checks out first. So again, if you're one of the 100 people that's watched this long, create your account now so that you can check out faster. And don't tell anyone that. Okay, so I'm going to split. I will make a post about some of this stuff, especially the pricing, and we will keep adding products as the weekend goes on. Now that we have more time, I'll try to add some pricing on these gun stands, even some other products that we're working on that I didn't show today. So Jesse Williams, now you have our first anodized gun ever. So enjoy it. Hope you like it. And I'll see you guys next time.